Hello and welcome to another Know Your City video. If you're new here, my name is Chigongo Manguza, and today, as you can see from my background, I am at the Nairobi Railway Museum, where there's a lot of history about how the railway in Kenya started, the construction and all that process. So make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and also subscribe to the channel if you have not. So without wasting much time, let's go. By all means and at all costs, the line was destined to happen. Syokimau, a Kamba medicine woman and prophetess, had foretold the coming of a long iron snake belching fire and smoke as it slithered from the Indian Ocean and winding its way across the plains and highlands to an unknown destination. As she divulged her prophecy, she said strangers with red wiry hair would come with a snake and they would bring change. Building railways in Africa can present tough challenges. The case of the lunatic line was exceptionally challenging. It was as if the spirits of the land had risen up in opposition to the epic undertaking. Actual construction work began on May 30th, 1896. But it was more difficult than anyone might have anticipated. First, the mosquitoes struck, and having tasted the foreign blood, they were unrelenting as they deposited the malaria venom into the Indian workers and British engineers. Dysentery and smallpox too wreaked their own havoc on the railway workforce. The fact that there were no elaborate health establishments made it even worse. As if diseases were not enough, the unpredictable terrain played a role too in hindering progress of the construction process. On numerous occasions, work had to stop as the British engineers plotted on the best approach to the numerous challenges posed by the unfriendly terrain. The Great Rift Valley was a daunting challenge to the construction. It required great innovation on the part of the engineers in order to maneuver part of the Mammoth Challenge. Resistance and hostility from the inhabitants of the localities the line traversed was a constant roadblock throughout the construction period. The locals took great exception to the British engineers and Indian coolies and carried out disruptions in an organized manner, which extensively slowed down the pace of the construction. In expressing their distaste for the British engineers and Indian coolies, the locals would vandalize the late sections of the line, loot the construction materials, and also carried out direct attacks on the construction workers. To minimize this hostility, the British rulers entered into peace treaties with the locals. On the other hand, the Indian coolies set up dukas and engaged in barter trade with the locals. These two initiatives softened the hard stance taken by the locals to a great extent, and with time, locals were also engaged in constructions as unskilled labor. The incidences for which the building of the railway may be most noted are the killings of a number of construction workers in 1898 during the building of a bridge across the Savo River. Hunting mainly at night, a pair of maneless male lions stalked and killed at least 28 Indian and African workers, although some accounts put the number of victims as high as 135. By 1899, construction reached Nairobi, which was then a habitat for the Maasai pastoralists. It was called Nairobi, meaning place of cool waters, and was nothing more than an expansive swamp. Chief Engineer George Whitehouse proposed the site as the ideal resting place for the construction workers due to its high elevation and temperate climate. A railway depot and camp were built, and from this humble beginning, the city under the sun was birthed. It grew rapidly to replace Mombasa as the capital of Kenya. The first ever images of Nairobi depict a railway estate with railway houses, offices, the station, and workshops. Despite the challenges, Chief Engineer George Whitehouse and his troops successfully rammed the railway line into East Africa's interior. Several shaky wooden trestle bridges, unpredictable terrain, hostile tribes, prohibitive cost, disease infestations, man-eating lions, back-breaking efforts amongst the setbacks later, The construction of the line culminated at Kisumu, which was then known as Port Florence, in 1901. Years later, Kenya has a new railway. This is the Mombasa-Nairobi Standard Gauge Railway, which is a 48-kilometer-long line that connects the port city of Mombasa with the capital city of Nairobi, replacing the colonial meter gauge railway. Construction began in 2013 and the initial segment was completed in 2017 at a cost of approximately $3.8 billion. The SGR has had some important successes. Trains run faster than the former railway or road traffic, and its passenger services are popular. The amount of freight carried by the SGR has risen significantly since commercial operations began, and it has helped to decongest port operations, speed freight transportation, and enhance cargo security. you enjoyed. I hope you liked the video. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Like the video. Feel free to share the video with your community and let's grow the channel. So until next time, stay safe, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.